What's going on? I'm Scott from Koenig, and we are back answering some more of those questions that you left for us. Let's get into it. So in today's episode, we're going to be tackling some of the questions that you asked us related to cleaning your wheels. And it's a good time because the spring is here.
I'm back.
Car season is among us. And we are going to be able to prep our wheels and get ready for the season. So let's get into some of those questions. All right, so let's get into our first question today. The question is, what is the best way to keep my wheels clean throughout the year? And so this is really actually kind of an interesting one. I think that they're probably looking for an answer about how do I clean my wheels, but we're gonna go the other direction and we're gonna talk about the way to make sure that your wheels are always kept clean or easy to clean as the year goes on. And that is no doubt unequivocally, you get where I'm going with this? The easiest way to do this is to make sure that you ceramic coat your wheels when they are in an absolute clean stage or brand new out of the box. By doing this repetitious process, let's say annually or semi-annually, depending on how you drive your car, you can make sure that your wheels stay perfectly clean and they're much easier to clean as the year goes on. So ceramic coating, for those of you who don't know, is essentially a coating that you're going to apply to a clean wheel with a prepped surface, and it's going to essentially coat the wheel and allow brake dust and some of the contaminants from a harsh environment to essentially kind of be repelled or to sit on top of that surface. And when they sit down that surface, it is much easier to clean. And just in case you were looking to possibly figure out which kit you should buy for your wheels, store.koenigwheels.com has everything you need. You can pick up a ceramic coating kit, check the CCD Max kit. It's awesome, it's new, we brought it to you, and it's nice. All right, so question number 2, how do I prevent scratching my wheels or damaging my wheels when I'm cleaning them? This is a really good question, and it's often a question I don't think people really even think about, which is when you go to clean your wheels, could you potentially damage the surface or damage the clear coat on a wheel? And the answer to this is yes, you could absolutely do that. So what are some of the things that would actually cause the damage before we answer the question? Things like abrasive brushes that have really harsh bristles. Those are things that will essentially wear the clear coat out and start to allow contaminants to get into the clear coat. And once it does that, that's usually where you see a clear coat failure. So things that you want to consider. You want to consider a really soft type of wheel cleaning brush. They have plenty of them. You want to make sure that that brush is perfectly clean. This is an actual cleaning brush. Shout out to the rag company for sending us this. I believe this is made by Detail Factory. And essentially what this is a cleaning wand that actually has this little kind of sock, glove, I don't know what you call them, but it allows you to change the surface of what you're doing here. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit softer, easy on the wheel, not going to cause any abrasion, be careful about using something that's super harsh or has really hard bristles or really hard edges. So don't do that. Soft brush, real easy. All right, so question number 3 kind of piggybacks on what I just said in question number 2. And this question actually says, is there any special considerations to make kind of when I'm cleaning different finishes wheels, i.e. chrome, mirror, polished, stuff like that? And the answer is yes. On a full paint wheel, it's much more forgiving, and that's why we recommend that if you're in a harsh environment or you're in somewhere where it has harsh winters, that you use a full painted wheel. It will be more forgiving. Mirror machine wheels, polished wheels, anything that's going to have kind of a good sheen to it, those wheels are going to be more prone and they're going to scratch easier. So the consideration you're going to want to make when you clean these wheels is make sure that you have as much lubricosity, as much lubrication on the wheel as possible. Foaming, again, like I just said, is super important. Being able to make sure that surface dust is able to get off the wheel or at least be elevated off the surface for you to really wipe it away without kind of scratching the wheel, extremely important. All right, so here's a question that came up, and I think it's really important to actually address it because I don't see this come up that much, but I know exactly what they're talking about. The question really is I thought I had aluminum wheels, how come my wheels are rusting? See, now this is an interesting question because the answer is your wheel is not rusting. So why is it that it looks like it's rusting? Well, you are experiencing rust, you're seeing oxidation, but it's not from the wheels, it's from your brake dust. See, Brake dust, usually in most cases, it has some metallics in the brake pad. And when that brake dust gets put onto a wheel, if you don't remove it frequently enough or soon enough, the sun and high temperatures will bake that metallic into the clear coat. And once it sits on the clear coat, we all know that brownish look that we've seen, the metallics will pull out of that. Now, here's the problem. The problem is that as oxidation happens, that metallic that's now in the clear coat is going to emit oxidation, which will turn into a rust appearing surface. So you're gonna feel that your wheel is rusting. It is not the wheel. Once you've gotten to this point, you've already damaged the clear coat in some sort of sense, but you'll find out that there are products out there that exist on the market. Again, I can't endorse them essentially to be safe for the wheels. We don't test every one, but an example of this is G-Technic's Iron and Fallout Remover. You spray this stuff on the wheel, and the idea is it will turn purple when it started to pull that metallic and some of that, kind of oxide out, and then you're able to kind of rinse it away. So think about it like this. The easiest way to prevent wheels to appear like they're rusting is to make sure that you're cleaning a wheel frequently and often, and make sure that if you have a wheel that has a lot of complicated windows or different crevices, that you're properly getting those areas clean. You've all seen the windows really tight in a bend where it appears that that's like that brown darkness that you just can't get off. That's what that is. The truth is, prevent the wheel from ever getting that way is the answer here. And I know that that's kind of a BS answer, but let me explain. Making sure that your wheel is ceramic coated from the beginning and protected, that extra protection layer. Making sure that we're cleaning the wheel frequently and often, especially when we're using them. Making sure we're getting all that brake dust and contamination off the wheel safely, properly lubricated the wheel in a sense of either foaming or properly getting all the contaminants off the wheel before we start to rub or agitate any of that contamination. These are the things that are going to allow you to make sure that the wheel stays clean and the finish continues to kind of preserve itself and last a long time. Let me add another layer to this because I don't want to leave without answering this question completely. There are plenty of products and wheel cleaners and different things on the market. We can't endorse them because there's so many that we can't test them against our finish to know, will this be a clear coat damaging thing, and how long will it take to damage a clear coat, right? If it will at all. So a lot of people will say, go with a pH neutral, non-acidic wheel cleaner. That's what we would recommend, but again, too many different types of brands. So our standard answer is always gonna be, make sure you clean your wheels often, make sure you clean your wheels frequently, make sure you use a good non-acidic car wash safe soap on your wheels, use some elbow grease, get those wheels clean. I think, again, the easiest way to make sure that you don't get to this stage, ceramic coat your wheels when they come new out of the box. Again, Store.Koenig Wheels can bring you all that good ceramic coating goodness. So take care of yourself, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.